Sejun continued to stand in the peanut field, looking at the scattered crumpled corn leaves. The leaves were stolen very carefully and quietly. I didn't hear anything tonight, he began to reason as he tried to make sense of the situation. A message appeared in front of him that the red bear was guessing that horned monsters might have stolen the leaves. Horned monsters? The hero interjected. Are those the monsters that made a hole right on the eve of the blue moon? If so, that's a big problem, he said warily. Well, it's a good thing they took the leaves that were on top and didn't touch the crops themselves. I think we should bring the leaves of the tomatoes that lie in our cave, said Sejun to the black rabbit, who agreed to this suggestion. We should watch the boundaries of their territory and start guarding it from today, said the red bear through a message. I think that would be a good idea. That's a great idea, agreed the hero. But don't overdo it. The most important thing is to be healthy, and not to hurt yourself, he added, stroking this red bear's child. Well, it's good that at least no one got hurt. But next time we must prepare for the new coming of the monsters, said Sejun, looking at the departing bear towards the border. Just as I thought, we need strength to protect ourselves, he said, and the beasts looked at him with incomprehension. The rabbits had woven a rope of plants and hung it from a sharp boulder that weighed over the pit. They also made covers for the white cocoon so it wouldn't lie in the sun. Thanks for your help, see you later, thanked the hero rabbits, sitting under the umbrella. From the looks of it, the rabbits were helping happily. Today is supposedly the day the queen poison bee cocoon is supposed to hatch, if I've timed it right. I've left the rabbits to tend the fields for the day, and I have to look after the cocoon today, he spoke as he looked at the leaf-covered stand. As everyone says, he who first sees the poisonous bees will be considered their owner. A bee cave can hold over 200 individuals, he thought as he imagined what their dwelling would look like. If another queen bee is born and makes another cave, it will be strong enough to defend this territory, Sejun thought as he ate dried fruit. When will it hatch? The hero inquired, after which he yawned. This is the first time I've taken a day off, and I'm immediately drawn to sleep, he added. I'll leave some flowers here. It will let me attract the attention of the bees, and they will notice me first. What kind of flowers should I leave? From the tomatoes or from the sweet potatoes? Sejun asked himself in a sleepy voice. I hope it will be all right. I hope the queen bee hatches, he said one last time before falling asleep. A few minutes passed, the protagonist continuing to sleep soundly. The cocoon began to shake. A small crack appeared on it, and an unnatural glow began to emerge from that crack. When the cocoon almost disintegrated, a white light was coming out of the whole tray, but even with his head turned towards the cocoon, the protagonist could not see the glow through his sleep. After a couple seconds, the glow began to fade. And from underneath the leaf, a small foot emerged. The queen of the poison bees had hatched from her cocoon after all. She threw all the leaves on the floor and yawned. It was the second generation of queen bees. Her wings unfurled, she felt it and looked at them, with a surprised face. The queen bee tried with all her might to fly up, and she succeeded. She flew up to the main character because she noticed the flowers. But suddenly she looked at Sejong. She saw that he was sleeping. The newborn queen bee thought Sejong was her master. She made a sound of joy and then crawled over to the flowers. She looked at them and rejoiced at their beauty. And immediately after that the queen of the first generation of bees flew up to the hero. The queen saw the newborn bee and rejoiced. And the little queen bee was happy to see her kin. The queen of the first generation of poison bees told what, where and how it is organized here. And the little bee listened to her with great interest. The queen bee called her to show her around, and the newborn queen agreed and flew with her. While they were flying they talked about different things, laughed, and played different games. But before the bee flew away, she forgot to do something. She flew up to the main character and hugged him, rubbing her head on his face. It flew right under his ear, causing Sejun to wake up. What happened? He asked with confusion, looking at the pile of unread messages. Like that bee had mistaken him for a host, that the cocoon had hatched, and that he had raised the level of beekeeping. Where did the queen of the poison bees go? He added another question to the piggy bank, looking around. She just disappeared, he said, looking at the empty tray. It's, Captain Minotaur said, looking at the grass that the black bull had delivered. Surely this lay near our border? In a serious voice he interrogated. That's right, Captain, replied the black Minotaur. Apparently it's a different kind of plant. This time I haven't seen grass like this before. There's too little here to share with the others, said the scarred bull. I think so too, Captain, said the black Minotaur, trying not to give away that he had been eating it too. We will not be able to help others. That is our nature. Minotaurs have a very large appetite, said the captain in such words that only one would be allowed to eat this herb. Well, it looks delicious. Let's taste it. After these words he took a bite of a piece of leaf, and became silent. This is really delicious. My body is overflowing with energy, he shouted with pleasure that made his drool fly in different directions. You did it, Ox Tree. If we find more herbs like this, we can provide food for our entire territory, spoke the captain, taking the black Minotaur by the shoulders as he stood bewildered. What's going on in the forest area? If you think about it that way, how could grass appear in a devastated area? What happened on this 99th floor? He thought, looking far beyond the desolate mountains. One Minotaur can't carry many plants, we need help. But I can't leave this village until I know how much grass there is, reasoned the captain, wondering what he should do. Because the time I can leave our village is limited, he thought. Ox 3! Shouted the captain loudly. Yes? Ox asked fearfully. Go and find the source of that herb. If it's as good as it tastes, we'll have no choice to relocate there, said the scarred bull. If someone has been growing this herb, find out who he is, he added, whereupon Ox tried to stop him. Before I go on this important mission, can I get a little sleep? I've eaten a lot in this long time, I have a burst of energy, he said, yawning. Hurry up and go on this, as you said, important mission, shouted the captain, pulling out his sharp axe, whereupon the ox abruptly turned around and ran. People! I'm back, said the ginger cat, waving his paw. He's here! The wandering cat merchant is here! Why are you so late? Shouted the people who ran up to the talking cat. Pardon me. There was some business to attend to. As an apology, I brought a special item for you, magic tomatoes, said the cat smugly, adding distinctive cat sounds at the end. Special merchandise? Magical tomatoes are very valuable, said the people in surprise. No, it's not just magic tomatoes, this time it's something more serious, the cat continued to say, fueling people's interest. These are D-level magic tomatoes, he shouted, taking out a seemingly ordinary, unremarkable tomato from his purse. What? Level D? The crowd shouted at the same time. It's really D-level. It can lower your fat level by 20 points. Mana regeneration is increased by 0.2 times. And it has as much as 60 days of shelf life? People started discussing amongst themselves as they examined the tomatoes. D-level tomatoes, I've never seen one like this before. This is simply unbelievable. I can fight twice as much now with these enhancements, thought one of the people. I'm selling 400 pieces now, and there will be 2,000 in all, said the cat cheerfully, bringing out from the hollow a huge basket of tomatoes. 70 coins for 400. I give 90. The crowd of people bided the auction. Sold for 90, said the ginger cat as he continued to put out a new batch of tomatoes. The cat was thrown bags of money, which made him insanely happy. Wow, my profit exceeds thousands of coins. I've finally become a real wandering merchant, he rejoiced as he looked at the money. One day I will be the most important merchant. All the people in this world will know me. And then I won't need Sejun Park anymore, he said with a sinister laugh when almost everyone had left. Theo, let's take a picture, said the girl. Then let's hurry up, I have other important merchant business to run, he said as he adjusted his cloak. Line up in a row. What would make a picture with me? Theo said pathetically. He would have kept talking, but he stopped. What? He asked to himself, seeing that only one girl remained and all the others had left. Why are you here alone? Isn't there anyone else here? The cat asked, looking around in different directions. And you mean this? Well, it's just that you haven't visited us in a long time, so a lot of people just went down the tower, replied the girl, and Theo realized and said in surprise, so that's why it seemed to me that there were fewer people than usual. After that they did take a picture. Don't feel bad. Do you want candy? She asked, taking a seat next to the slumped cat. I just wanted to reinforce my authority here. Am I really too late? But isn't my paw filled with luck? He thought sadly, examining his paw. Is this here? Here it is, the wandering cat merchant, said two girls with different clothes than that group of people. Aren't you the peddler cat you can take a cute picture with? They asked, coming closer. What? How did you know? Theo asked, surprised but also sad at the same time. I saw you on Instagram. Let's take a picture too, said the girl with white hair. Instagram? The cat interjected. And then he had a brilliant idea. I know how I can get even more money, he thought, after which he already answered their request. If you want, you can take a picture with me, but I have one request.
Thanks for watching and have a great day.